Doing backwards. I figured if, once I said Asics, you'd be coming right in here. Yeah, no, my phone's been blowing up, Sadie, for the last, I don't know, 4 hours, 5 hours, with day job and some crypto stuff, and I had to get away. It was a little nonstop. So we're gonna go live. My phone's gonna ding at me like crazy. I don't care. I got 20, 30 minutes here before I go pick up the kids after school. So, oh, all set. How you doing? Awesome. Glad you got the notification. I need to do this more. It's been a little bit since I did the last one, so. Okay, backwards. So yeah, you got the putting the Epic board in. So you had the problem with the fans, right? Two of them are like the 4-pin thingies, and then two of them are like the normal motherboard plug-in slots, right? So you had that issue, and you had to order new fans, correct? And also backwards, I want to see a full graph of 2,000 watts up to 3,400 watts and all the hash rates and everything you get with that Epic board. Because I think you told me that, or I might have heard somewhere else, but I know they've been getting very good numbers on that because it's all they're all XP chips. So all set. You have a KS1. I think you and King ordered one. I think DJ ordered one. I don't think I'm hosting it for him. He had something set up. And I'm pretty loaded, so it was not like I had a spot just sitting waiting for it to fill up. And then, yeah, so you get the KS1s with them at the same time frame. I think you'll be okay. You'll be able to run that for a while. As long as you're okay with Asics in general, like your space, your power, and that kind of stuff, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it can go higher than 3,400 or whatever. Also, you traded BTC all day. What do you mean by that? Like you bought in and sold over and over again, but you end up coming out ahead every time? Is that what you mean? Stock fans or AC Infinity? I would never put the AC Infinity. But for the extra cost, I don't see why there's a benefit. I don't see a benefit. It's quiet, yes, but for my example, if you're just running one ASIC in your house, probably just don't buy ASICs. Go buy something else. I think I'm gonna park right here for now. But yeah, for like the shed, for sure, I'm never touching that. I want as much airflow as I get, but I don't care about the sound in the shed either. So, New England, how you doing? Me and you have 3 months of not paying attention to motocross. It kind of sucks. Yeah, backwards. We'll see how high you go. See if we go up to 4,000. See what it pulls. You're the man to test it. You're set up for it, so that'd be kind of cool. Trade BC all day. Cool. By the way, I'm sitting at a park. It's a very public park and whatever, but yeah, middle of the day like this, that's usually a creepy sign. So I gotta don't look too suspicious out here. So I know. A1. Did you see the MX donation or the motocross donations results there, crypto? New England crypto? Very sad. Very, very, very sad. Motocross on Game Boy. I never played that one all set. I think part of it, New England was they didn't have a team till a week out, a little over a week out, so it's like they couldn't mentally prepare for it. So there was so much going on there that week. They weren't ready. It wasn't like Redbud last year where you knew who the two were. You knew it was Chase and Eli. They're going to go. It wasn't a question. They knew halfway through outdoors that was going to happen. And it was just who's the third. It's where they're mentally preparing and planning on it for, they're going to ride right through it. So, okay. All right, New England. I'll talk to you about that all day long, but let's get back to crypto. These other guys are like, what the hell are they talking about? 380 and 3080 and 3060 coming in the mail. Setting house up for winter mining. Got 90s today. Yeah, Sadie. Today's actually supposed to be really nice. It's like 77 out today. And actually some thunderstorms tomorrow night and Wednesday night. So it's supposed to be like 70s like the next 2 or 3 days after today. And then it goes down to 40 instantly. So this end of the week and weekend, it is going to be freezing, which is great for the shed. Shed doesn't care. But yeah, it's a big change here. Oh, there's Endless. How you doing, buddy? Low 40 and high was 60. Yeah, I think our high is going to be 40 on Friday. It goes from 70 to 40 the very next day. With these thunderstorms, there's a cold front going through, and I think after the cold front, I just glanced at it the other day. I actually glanced at it this morning to see what the weather was the next couple of days for the kids, so it was nice. So, also, I'm going to take gains as a whole coiner. Got to trade, not just hodl. Yeah, I'd love to trade, but I'm not smart enough. You parked with the seatbelt on. Chump change? Shut up. It's fine. I am no problems here. Endless. What's up? BTC about to cross 32. I mean, yeah. I know mining profits have gone up. It was right at $6 per 100,000 or 100 terahash. It was 638 when I looked earlier today. So if BTC price keeps going up, it'll maybe hit 10%. Mining profits up, which is great. It needs to get up to 7. If it's up to 7, that's very healthy. There's just so much hash rate that's come on here. So, love the shirt. My mom bought this. This shirt is awesome. It's black. It's gold. I think she got it for like $15 or $20. She got it really cheap. It's a nice golf polo. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not wearing shorts though, Chump. I should have wore shorts. It was 77 degrees out, but I'm actually wearing jeans. So, not shorts for you. I know you love shorts. Done playing game. Okay. Endless, what am I doing? So I just got done like my normal day job. I usually pick up the kids here in about 10 minutes or 15 minutes or so. My phone has been blowing up all day. I am done. So I needed a little break. It actually blows up right at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon every single day. And so I wanted to just get out. I wanted to do this live. I've been thinking about doing it for a while, and just do it before I go grab the kids here. So I'm in the car. So no, day job was going good. Doing actually some crypto stuff was going in the right direction here. Actually, so it's kind of an interesting time here. So I need to do this more. I have no reason not to do it more. Other than this creepy biker guy. It's just an old guy on a bike. Actually, I think it's an old chick. It's gonna drive past me here like, what the hell is this dude talking to himself for? Yeah. All right, so the S19K Pros. Most people can get them for like 1,700. I was talking to King about this last night. He was discussing if he should do it or not. And so I got a spreadsheet. I know I share it in all my videos, guys. So in my descriptions, all my videos, there's an ASIC buying spreadsheet. And the awesome thing is you can just enter in your terahash, you can enter in your price, you can enter in the wattage, and make whatever, put whatever miners are in there. I have most of the main ones in there, but you can add in if you see something different or change it. But you can also add in the price and the rewards. And so the rewards kind of goes with the difficulty. So if the difficulty goes up, the rewards come down. So you can change that number. So it's easy, it's great. And so we were playing last night looking at the SK Pro. If you can get it for $1,700, Remember, the Bitcoin halving is 150-ish days from now, 160 days from now. It's I think it was April 19th. I think the date is pushed out to. And is it worth to buy it? If I was buying any miner right now, and I was buying new, and I had 100 grand, I was going to buy, and I'm going to do it, I would be buying the SK Pro right now instead of like the M50s, instead of like used S19s, instead of future buying S21s, because they're 23 watts per terahash. That is such a huge jump over the S19s that I don't know why. Yeah, Endless has them. I don't know why you wouldn't be. If you're gonna buy any ASIC, that'd be the one to get. Chump, that was a discussion. That was a discussion. Does King just buy that much worth of Bitcoin, or does he buy a couple miners? So that was what we were talking about. That's what we were discussing. It depends. If your situation is the HODL for 5 years, buying miners is gonna be ahead. If your plan was to buy Bitcoin now and then cash it out when it hits 80, 90, 100K, then go for it. We were also discussing what the power rates were. We also discussed what you should do when the halving happens. What's gonna happen to the market. You need to be sub 8 cents to even make money when the halving happens, and that's if Bitcoin gets to 50, 60,000. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on there. Okay, so let me get back here. Okay, so Endless, the spreadsheet, the coin price, you just have to type it in. So you just bring up, coin market cap, whatever, and get what the current Bitcoin price is. For the network hash rate, I don't do the hash rate. I don't have the difficulty, but I have like your estimated reward. So I have if you want to do what to mine or any other website, I just put 100 terahash in, and then it says, right now it's $6.38. So I just or it says the rewards, which is, I think it's 4 zeros, and then 210 roughly. So you get 4 zeros and 210 worth of Bitcoin. And so you just type in that number into the spreadsheet, and it calculates the rest for you. Okay, what else did I miss here? Yep, Endless has the 115 terahash for 1700. Yep. Way too fast for you. Yeah, the 9600, 104 are just barely profitable at NiceHash. I have all mine on NiceHash. NiceHash, you tend to get a little bit more. It's not quite the 7%. Hobbyist his video came out a month and a half, 2 months ago. It's not quite 7%. That's not, Hobbyist was wrong or anything. That's not, I think it's just the mining and the rewards are just a little tighter than they used to. Because when he had that come out, I actually was getting the numbers he was stating, and it's tightened up a little bit. So yeah, for all this to happen, when the halving happens, the Bitcoin price has to go up. It needs to be up 40 or 50. Here's also what's going to happen. So even if the price goes up to 40 or 50, there's still going to be a lot of hash rate that's going to come off the market, because I saw a graph where most of the Bitcoin ASIC miners, they're all S19s. The vast majority of them are S19s, J Pros, and just normal S19s. And vast majority of them are at 7 or 8 cents. There's like 70% of the market that's what they have. Yes, there's the big boys you always hear about, but that's not as many people as you think. That's not as much of the market as you think. So vast majority of them are at 7 cents. So if everything stayed the same right now and halving happened at 7 cents, you're losing money. You're losing $1 per miner a day. If at least $1, I think it was a little bit more. If the price gets to 45, 50, most of those guys are breaking even or slightly behind still. So you're gonna have a lot of hash rate that's gonna come off the market right when it happens, right when the halving happens. So it's gonna be crazy. What we think is gonna happen, is not gonna, we're not gonna know for sure, but it's gonna be, the price needs to go up no matter what. the hash rate's going to come down. There's going to find another equilibrium of, is it $5 per 100 terahash? And then that's where the equilibrium is at. Is it $6 like it is right now? We don't know. But there's going to be hash rate that's going to get turned off. That's what I think is going to happen. Anything under the brand... Okay, Chump, this is a while ago. I'm a little behind the text. Anything behind the brand new S21s is not a smart buy. The K Pros, I think, are a smart buy because they're cheap. And they're not that far off efficiency-wise. Especially with these new Epic boards. I think you can get under the 20 watts per terahash with those new Epic boards. You can buy for 150, 60 bucks. I think those are good buys. I would not be buying J Pros. I would not be buying even the Pro Pluses aren't as good as people think. They're more of a money grab. They weren't as good as you think. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, and delivery time on the S21s. Are you going to get it in April? Probably not. You're going to get it. I talked to someone on Friday. It's a big miner here in town, actually. And they had pre-ordered S21s. And they had to buy, like, I think he said 600 S21s. And what ended up happening is their vendor, whoever it is, they're going to get them in batches. So when the first batch shows up, they get like 50 or 100. When the second batch shows up, they get like 50 or 100. And so it's going to get pushed out over the course of like 6 months. So yes, they bought 600 up front, but they're not going to see it for like 5 or 6 months. So that's going to be the problem too. It's not going to be like a bunch of this hash rate just shows up overnight. It's going to slowly trickle on, and it won't make a difference because that network hash rate is so high. I'm in my car, Endless. You can't join the stream. Sorry. I barely got this going here as it is. Bitcoin has to be at least 60 to maintain. Yes. If to keep everything the same as it is right now, way too fast, it has to be at least 60K for everything to stay the same. That's why it's not going to get that high. I would love it to be that high in 150 days, but it's not going to get that high. So there is going to be some hash rate that comes off to meet some kind of equilibrium. 100K by the end of 2024. I would say it's more like middle of 2025. I would say that's a safer bet. I don't think it's gonna go up that high. No, unless as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go grab the kids. Hey Panda, how you doing? I wanted to do this like 30 minutes earlier, Panda, and call it your encore, but my phone started blowing up, so I had some real life work to do and some crypto work to do. So I wasn't gonna call this the encore. Yeah, Endless. Yeah, we can do something. I'm usually open for like 30 minutes, an hour in the afternoons like this, where I can just ignore my phone for a little bit. Okay, Sadie, can you see any scenario where Bitcoin is dethroned by another manufacturer in this cycle? What's miners? So in general, what's miners are more reliable. They're not as efficient though. Their pricing's fine. I like my What's miner. It runs great. I mean, it runs hotter in general, but it runs great. The problem is that all the third-party vendors, the Epic boards, Brains, all those other ones, the suppliers of different boards and that kind of stuff, they all support Bitmain. So all those guys have to switch over. And so if I'm a novice and I'm buying stuff and I'm doing my research, I'm gonna buy Bitmain just cause. So it'd be tough for someone to overtake Bitmain with market share. It'd be great if it was more like 50-50 or like 40-40 and then like the other ones are 20%. That'd be a perfect world because Bitmain controls everything now, which sucks. But I don't see that changing unless Bitmain really screws up something. Unless the S21 is a dud. Like the S17 was kind of a dud. If the S21's a dud, then that might make more people switch over. But I like my Wets miner. I have a Canon. I'm not running it because I replaced it, but I'm gonna save it and sell it when the market goes up. That one seemed fine. I don't mind those. The Canon 1346 is not a bad buy. The right price, and it was fairly efficient. I think it's at 28, 29. I think that was I think those are good buys. Sorry, I was getting messages. I was looking at my text messages. Yeah, the S21 temps are high. We're all effed. Yeah, it can't be a dud. And it's usually those first ones are always tough. It's always like the second one. Like the S19 was okay, like the 95 terahashes and stuff. I think that was okay. It ran hot. Like the J Pros were a good step up. So I think that's we're hoping that happens where the S21's not bad, and then after that it's a good step up. The problem is they control everything, so they're gonna keep the price high. And heck, I think someone said they saw a price of like $6 or $7 grand on the S21s today. Actually, it was last night they said that. So who knows? They'll control the market, which sucks. Okay, I think I'm caught up on the texts. What's everyone else got? Panda, that watch for $70 you got, that's kind of cool. I'd rock that. I know you're just listening, but yeah, that watch, heck, we just set the Bitcoin prices on there. That'd be great. Anything else? I'm looking through my texts here, my messages here to see if you guys, the chat, see if I missed anything else. Yeah, nothing. You guys got any questions for me? I'm still mining everything. My GPUs, I'm just throwing on random coins all the time. Well, I think, because literally like right in front of me is a Verizon tower. So I'm sitting at a nice little park here. It's 2 blocks from the grocery store I'm going to go to after this. So winter prep. I don't have to do much for winter prep right now. I'm going to have, later this week, when it turns to 40 degrees here this weekend, I'm going to keep an eye on it. Do I turn off an exhaust? Maybe. I think that'll be the first steps, and I think that's going to be all the steps I'm really going to take. Is I have 4 exhaust fans. Do I turn off 1 or maybe 2 of them? That's about it. I know when I went in there, I had to go in there last night to reset a rig. It was 60 degrees in there, 65 degrees in the shed, but it was only 50 degrees outside. So the delta in my shed's only like 10 to 15 degrees. So we'll see the difference between intake and exhaust is only like 10 or 15 degrees. So if it gets down to 40, it's maybe a little cold. The GPUs are in the front. I don't want those to get too cold. So yeah, maybe turn off an exhaust or 2. Backwards, you're gonna make an intake run from outside. Yeah, yours, because you have a little more of a house setup thing, not a room setup thing where it's a little more enclosed than mine. Then I'd be rigging in as much of this 40 degree or 30 degree temperatures as I could if I were you. Me, I got plenty of it, so I don't want to take in as much as I am right now. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Luckily, my S19J Pro 9600 for hosting contract ends right at the halving. Yeah, I don't know if you want to sell them at that point because no one's gonna be buying. They're gonna wait to see what happens at the halving. I think 6 months or a year after is when it's the best time to sell. How much do I make from mining crypto? Right now, daily, I think it's like $20, $25 is all. It's not great. And that's with my Asics and my GPUs. And that's in my shed, 200 amps filled in my shed. So not great right now. I had less than I had now. I didn't have when I just had GPUs. I just had like 30, 35 GPUs at the time. I was making $100 a day back in the Ethereum days. So it'll get back there, just not at this moment. If you sell, we got to get a buyer ASAP. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Endless. Yeah. Right at the happening, people shouldn't be buying right at the happening. We don't know what's going to happen after. Yes. But what backwards said, everything's going to go, put everything in the low power mode. I'll probably run. Hopefully have a little bit saved up. I'll probably run as the happening happens. Because I'm at 5 cents. So I think in general I'll be fine at my 5 cents at my house. But it's we'll see. I'm also a small fish. I'm nothing special here. Yeah. What Endless said, I wouldn't be buying at the happening. And that'd be a bad time to sell. I'd be sitting on it. Can I host? As of now, no. Give me a couple months. We'll see what happens. No, the shed's full. DJ beat everybody to it. Chump was in here earlier. I offered it to him. He didn't take it up, so I filled his spot with DJs. So, and then I have a local buddy I host his 2 S19 100 terahashes for, and the rest are all mine. So. 36 you need hosted. Damn. No, I don't have that space. No. No. Sorry, Endless, not at this point. I would talk to Backwards if I were you, though, Endless. I think Backwards has options. I don't know about his price or anything, but I'm just saying, send him a DM. I think he might be worth your time. Build more sheds. You still here, Chump? Chump? I offered it to you. Your loss. Screw you too. Hey, Beginner's Block, how you doing? I need to send you that info. You keep bothering me, which you should. And it's on me. I need to do that for you. I have thought about it. I've had a couple things come up, but that's not an excuse. I should have done it a long time ago. So I need to do it. Period. Okay, Overboard Tech. So you mentioned Overboard. Every time you're in the stream, ask him when he's going to triple mine. He loves triple mining, so always bring it up. It's a joke. He doesn't believe in it at all. Well, he doesn't believe that it should be called triple mining. He doesn't. To process it, he's not against. It's just he doesn't like the name triple mining. So I always bring it up. Chump, I did not rug pull you. I offered. You said no. I then offered it to someone else. Your loss. Not my fault. You had your shot. I was sincere. You said no. Mr. I want to heat my house. So, don't blame me. It's a funny story on Chump Change. He hates shorts. So I sent him a pair of shorts. Just some basketball shorts, nothing special. He messaged me like 2 months later. He's like, dude, I was outside, I was doing some yard work, and I wore your shorts, and it was amazing. Duh. I mean, what the hell? You have bitched and moaned about it being hot out and doing all this yard work and re-sloping your yard and whatever else you were doing out there, and the front steps and the walkway and the whole works. Why the hell are you wearing jeans the entire time? Goddamn weirdo. Wear shorts. Panda's a worst friend. To buy or not to buy, KS1 delivered $23.25. How much do they make right now? Is it $30? Way too fast for you. Does that make $30 a day right now? Or is it less? Yeah. How much is it? How much is it today, though? How much do you make today? Okay, so right now it's $13. Okay. The network hash rate's at 50. I think it was 50, 51 last time I checked. It might get to 100, it might not. So if it gets to 100, then you're at $7 a day. Powers, I think the KS ones, I don't think they were too crazy on the power. So at $7 a day, if that's worst case scenario, you're still ahead. It's not the worst buy. And that's with everything else staying the same. 800 watts, yeah. So you're, I don't know, at 10 cents, you're at what? $1.50 a day. I can't do the math in my head, but yeah. So you're ahead $3 or $4 easily at worst case scenario. I don't know why that's not a bad buy at all. Yeah, I'm not huge into Caspa. I don't mind it. I do think it's going to go somewhere. I don't think that's a bad price. So if you're thinking about it and you're okay with it, I'd buy it. I'm not against it. I know, chum. I know. I love you too, buddy. God. 30 rack in on Caspa. 9 cents power, it's $15 prop. Yeah. Way too fast. It's at the network hash rate, I don't think it's gonna get to 100. So you take that, it's gonna, be halved. Your $15 is gonna be halved if it gets to 100. You're still at $7. I'd buy it. I don't know why you wouldn't. I wouldn't do that software everyone's been doing though. That firmware upgrades, that scares me a little bit. So I'd keep that in mind. I'd wait for official versions before I install third-party unknown software like Brains and Lux OS and stuff. Yes, that's third-party. That's that's still in the same umbrella, but that's not unknown. It's just third-party. These other ones are unknown, so I'd be a little worried about it. So, and not all of us can do like what Panda did and did the networking to see where it's all talking to and stuff. So if I had that option, I'd do what Panda did and double check it. But I wouldn't be installing that third-party stuff either. Yeah, I got 12 people watching. I think I've had 18 or 19 on this last time I did it. So I appreciate everyone checking this out. Beginner's Block, they get the R620. No, I'm paying my electrical tomorrow. My bill was $1,400, and so I'm waiting for just one more little payout of Bitcoin, just from NiceHash to then have a little bit extra sitting in that account, and then after this month I should be ahead enough to where I can buy it. So, yep, I had my power went up 0.4 cents 2 months ago. So I'm just going into the way my bill works is I have 4 months in the summer that it's like 5.5 cents, and then in the winter it's right at 5 cents or a little below. So I've just started my winter month this month. The bill just came out here on the 20th. So then going forward, I'll have the lower bill. So I'll buy it here shortly. But yeah, I have it all priced out and stuff. It was $460, I think I need for everything. And that includes like a U15 rack and rails for it and stuff. So it wasn't just the R620. I found a pretty good listing on eBay. So you can buy the 620 for, I think, 128 gigs of memory. It was like 220, 230. So I found that, and that one's been good. So all right, I've been on for 35 minutes. What do you guys got? And then I'll get going here. I got to grocery store, then go grab the kids. You guys are 75 and won't even boot to BIOS. Yeah. I've never had a server before, so I've kind of been going off what Second TO and King has said. Mostly King. King's helped quite a bit. And so it's a good vendor on eBay. I found that that's all they sell. They sell a bunch of them. So maybe I'll have the same problem and I just pay more for it. I don't know, but we'll see when the time comes. At least with eBay, I can return it or something like that. Okay, answer to your question: how many subs does it take to be able to live stream? I don't know. I'm at just over 500 subs. I know when I tried to do this the very first time, it had to double check it for like 24, 48 hours before it let me do it. So I went to do it one day and it wouldn't let me. So I had to wait like a day or two before I could do it again. So it did something, it checked something. I'm not sure exactly way too fast. I'm just over 500 though. I was under 500 when I did my first one, I think though, but not very. I was like 494 or something. You know, I wasn't that far under. Yeah, I want to get a server just to play with it. Play with Proxmox, just mess with it. I want to put my wallets on there. I'm doing the bad thing where I have all my wallets on my desktop. So don't do that, people. But I am doing it that way now. I just gotta be careful on any of the new coins. I try not to touch it. So, but it's definitely not the right way to do it. Yeah, all set. I have everything I need. It's 460 for an R620, and that's with the, I think it was 12 cores, 12 dual cores or whatever. Yeah, so it's a pretty good deal. And then it's a 15U stack. It was 120 bucks or so, I think I had priced out. And so I could always buy another one too after I get it, and it'll be much less the second time around. Yeah, what Chump said. I guess you can do a 0. You just need to do the 24-hour thing. Yeah, nodes. Yeah, I don't know if it'd be strong enough. I think it was a V3. It might not be a V3 because I'm not worried about doing Flux nodes. Sorry, I'm not bullish on Flux. They gotta prove something. They haven't proved anything for a while. So I mean, I don't know, 200 Flux, nothing crazy, but I'm not bullish on them. So they gotta prove something to me. Okay, well, I'll let you guys go. I need to get going before I get yelled at for not picking up the kids on time. So, I appreciate all of you guys checking in. This is awesome. I need to do this more just because. Never mind your touch flex. Yeah. Next Monday, same time. I don't know. I kind of do this whatever day is free. As of right now, my next week is empty, but I know the rest of this week I'm pretty busy with real life stuff. So um, we'll see what next week brings. I do appreciate you guys just checking in. Even the two that are just listening, Panda and Chump. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, yeah. If you guys got more questions or anything, like I said, that ASIC buy-in spreadsheet, check out any one of my videos. It's in the description. You can grab the link. It's a Google Drive link, and then just download a file. Download the file to yourself, and then you can change all the numbers and stuff. But yeah, I have that all set up. I did update it last night, so it should be a little cleaner than it was. But yeah, I mean that spreadsheet is great. And like I said, me and King were pricing those out, doing different scenarios. You know, different prices on Bitcoin, different prices on electrical, different prices on different things. So yeah, it works pretty good. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. How the hell do I turn this off? There we go.